Rick Wiles is a fundamentalist Christian radio host, and him and his guests here are going to lose their minds over a holiday that's practiced in some places in Mexico called Santa Muerte. It's even practiced, I think, in some places in the southwest of the U.S. So let's listen here, and then we'll viciously mock it.
Shouldn't the Pope be telling them it's illegal for you to cross that border without a visa?
You should do this the proper way. You should.
Yes. Christianity teaches that we obey the law.
Right.
Why don't you apply for a visa? They'll let you in. You just can't walk in. That's what the Pope should be saying.
Well, it's the same reason he won't confront this is the same reason he won't confront the growing Santa Muerte cult in Mexico.
Oh, that's the death witch, right?
Yes.
The death saint, yeah.
Yeah, we did an article this last hour on this.
That's weird. I read that one. That's weird. Tell us what that's all about.
So in Mexico, this actually has gotten very popular with the cartels and the drug traffickers. They essentially worship death, and they pray to this figure, the Santa Muerte. It's like a grim reaper. They pray to him for provision and protection.
It's like a satanic Virgin Mary.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
And if we've all probably seen people, they're here in the United States too. It's predominantly being said that millions are in South America, Central America, but anyone who has these symbols, these tattoos, where it's like a death angel, a skeleton angel.
Is that what this is?
That's what it is.
I'm seeing this on the back of vehicles.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
These decals, and I'm seeing it on, on T-shirts, and I'm like, what are you people into? Okay, so the fastest growing religion in the Americas is the worship of a death witch. Now, is there a spiritual parallel to that religion and the sudden appearance of Zika virus in the Americas? They're getting what they asked for, death. I mean, they're praying to Satan, to Lucifer. They're worshiping death, and so he's giving them death.
Bless us, and we'll give you death. And
yes.
Death, yes.
Well, he's more than glad to do that. That's what he does. He steals, kills, and destroys. But the idea that people would openly, millions, tens of millions of people would pray to a grim reaper saying, bless us with death. The whole world's lost its mind. I'm telling you, it's gotten weird, Doc.
Oh, it's been weird for a while. You know, like, your ideology is fucking weird, too. I mean, I always find it hilarious when people who are deeply, deeply fundamentalist and religious, they start attacking other religious people. Like, huh, look at this stuff. Look at these kooky beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like, they're praying to this thing that it's not real God. It's not the real God. Obviously, the zombie Jew carpenter who's 3 people, but he's 1 person. That's the real God. Duh. Unbelievable. They're fundamentally incapable of turning this incredibly critical eye inwards and going, okay, let's see what it says in my holy book. Oh, it alludes to the earth being flat. It talks about a talking snake and a 7-headed dragon, and there are rules that I don't even fucking follow, like, hey, don't shave. Rick Wiles has been shaving his face forever. I've seen pictures of the guy. All right, that's an abomination in the eyes of God. You're committing a horrific sin. Why are you doing that? These guys pick and choose like nobody's business, but still, they'll defend their mythology as if it's fact, and anybody else's is, so stupid, so silly. No, I'm of the belief that it's all silly, because there's no evidence for any of it. It's all made up. But look at the connections that he's willing to draw. He says, well, is there a connection between this weird Santa Muerte, or whatever the fuck it's called, holiday, and the Zika virus? I think so. They, quote, they're getting what they asked for. Methinks if I actually had a conversation with them, they'd say, no, we don't want to die. What the fuck are you saying? What are you saying? Yeah. can you imagine people like this in control, having power? I mean, that's the majority of human history in every country, in every region. It's people like this in power, where they're like looking for goofy connections that they make up in their own mind, and they're like, okay, we need to cure it. Like with the Black Plague or whatever back in the day. We need to pray harder. That'll save us. No. You need to sit down and shut the fuck up. Go sit outside. There, hold my pocket. Follow along here, boy. Let's go. This is the scientists, the doctors. They're the ones who will fix stuff. They're the ones who actually look at empirical data and do research. These guys are like, no, it's them. They believe in this holiday and they worship Satan. Therefore, they're getting the Zika virus. Yeah. And finally, let me just throw out there, at the beginning, like only this guy can do, he's ranting about how wrong it is that Pope Francis gives a shit about poor people and immigrants. Yeah, I know. Because Jesus is on your side of that. Jesus, in Christianity, it says obey the law. You know what else it says? It says help the downtrodden, help the sick, help the poor, help the sojourner, which means the immigrant. Let them into your house, take care of them, treat them like your own. And this guy's like, no, you're supposed to be an asshole. That's what it's all about here. You got to be an asshole to immigrants and the sick and the poor and the downtrodden. That's what Jesus was about.